Elena. It is March 29th, 2014. Oh my goodness, that's a little alarming. March is almost over. Here comes April. I agree with you. I am counting down to the end of the semester, and I'm really excited for it to be over. But I'm also really excited for my next semester to start. I'm taking a class about minority-serving institutions, which sounds absolutely fascinating. And we're going to take a trip down to Atlanta and see how a couple of them operate. In specific, we're going to Morehouse College, and I'm very excited about that. It seems like I am very narrow in my scope of what kind of institutions I have experienced. They've all been predominantly white institutions, and 2 of the 3 have been in West Michigan. So I'm excited to kind of go out and explore next semester, but at the same time I'm really excited for this one to be over, and I'm excited for you to go back to classes. I know classes are always exciting sometimes, and taking new things are fantastic. So you were talking about how you agree that there needs to be a difference between sex and gender, and I 100% agree. I also think, though, it's important that we keep in mind that these also are not binary things. So for sex, we automatically think male and female, you know, with your bits, but there's not always true. There's an intersex in there, and same with gender identities. You could be a man, woman, transgendered, non-conforming, gender fluid. I don't even have all the words to put here because I haven't experienced people than myself or experienced other people who've had those identities. So, like, I am a cisgendered female, meaning my sex and my gender match quite ever so nicely, which is a great privilege. I won't lie. I can't imagine what some of these people have gone through. Sometimes I really question our humanity. Like, how could you treat someone so poorly just because they have a different gender or sex identity than you? It's quite mind-blowing. For nerds, let's get on a topic that's a little more comfortable. Sex and gender identities are so difficult to talk about. Like a lot of things that are really important to talk about, they're very uncomfortable sometimes, specifically when you're talking to a YouTube video and you're not certain who is in the next room listening. Because I don't know if anybody else is up. It's only 9:45 in the morning on Saturday, so who knows? So nerds, comfortable topic for me, nerds. For me, and from what a lot I have read in the literature that I found, there are like 2 main threads that seem to run throughout nerd culture, ranging from, you know, the comic nerds to TV nerds to your science nerds, like all these people. It's that intellectualism and individualism, which I find both very important to me. Like, I am me, you're not me, the other people are me, I'm unique, and that's what makes that so important. And intellectualism has always been important to me. Like, I want people to be curious and to go out and learn things. And it doesn't have to be in a formal setting. I think that's often a misconception, that you have to go to a school and sit in a class for 7 hours a day to learn things. But I think you can learn things from anywhere, from people you meet on the bus, from YouTube videos. I mean, please, if you haven't seen some of the things that are out there, go look. There's some fantastically intelligent people sharing their knowledge, and I find that far too often they're put down because they're not formally teaching. So I think that needs to be called into question within our society as well. As for how do you define a nerd, there's been a lot of different words that go with that. Nerd, dork, geek, freak. I'm missing a lot here. Boffin apparently is one from the UK. But I find that a lot within my reading, like, even all those words still have that same 2 things. And some people accept those labeled identities, and some people don't. I would be interested in seeing why people pick to choose. Like, I love my nerd identity. I will identify as nerd till the day I die, but I don't really consider myself a geek. I don't know, that's just not the word that fits me. And it'd be really interesting to figure out how that works in people's brains. Like, how do they choose which label? I feel like that's much more like a dissertation thesis rather than a master's thesis, but it would be absolutely fascinating to research. Look at me, I'm getting all excited now, and I'm just going to work today. Ugh, alas, poor York. I butchered that quote. I'm gonna go, but I will see you on Monday.